So I was watching the show one day on a popular streaming service that a lot of us watch, and it involves this particular ranch, which I'm sure won't take very many of you to figure out what I'm speaking of. If you've been on my page long enough, you know that I do know and truly think that you are the I am, because the I am is you. You belong to the I am. You are the creators, as well as not just the creation, but you are your own individual world. You are your own projector, okay? If you don't self-examine, start understanding who you really are, you're going to be stuck in this repetitive motion. You might catch a break, but you're going to be living the same kind of cycle. Now, in all truth, we can go all hippy-dippy on this stuff, but it isn't hippy-dippy, okay? That's not what I'm asking you to do. So this particular guy was of a particular religious sect, which, of course, if you also been on this page, you know I'm not down with either. So in my little notes and stuff like that, I've got a little commentary about what my thoughts, feelings, and emotions were, but I'm going to try to avoid that a little bit if I can, because that is my perception. Now, the understanding that I have is I'm watching this particular program in the second season, and I have already decided as a human that I don't believe in aliens. Now, I know a lot of you can come at me against all of these things, but I just don't. I have a divider line on that. I believe in a lot of things. Trust me on that. Big universal stuff. However, the truth and crux of the matter is that's neither here nor there. So, he is a leader of this particular sect of believers, a type of believer. He is a person who says he believes in God. He is not of the Lord thy God, as far as I can tell, because he is now opening up this particular book and saying how he needs to do this ritual to bring them in. And in the truth and reality of this, then what are you bringing in? You don't bring in anything. You already are the I am. He says portals open and close. I believe that's true. He says coming and going total energy is what he refers to. Is to believe to be able to open the heavens. You see my sly look, and the reason you do is because I just brought up CERN. What to do? You must see for yourself, okay? That's what you need to do. So he creates a sacred space to open up the gates, to invite it here. He senses it at one point and it shows up. Why does it know he's there? Is he good or bad? Does this world even care? He has a staff and he waves it around in a circle, back and forth, side to side, and it looks gold. And it's what he walked up to this circle with intent. Now the circle he draws on the ground, and then he puts the little rocks around the big rock, which is what he sits on, and I watch him rock back and forth, reading this text as if it doesn't belong to the creator of the universe. Then he asks permission, like a kid, would ask permission to even be there. When you talk to God, do you, that creator, or, and all these like little religions and stuff you believe in, do you ask permission? Do you ask permission? It's curious, isn't it? Even in our horror type movies, what asks for permission? That's particularly weird. He said it's his role as a particular sect of leader that he is to be this conduit of God. Yet, the word states over and over and over again, that's not what I said. Then when another gentleman refers to it as a chant, he ended up legit worshiping it and had everyone do the same with him. And they had no idea what they were doing, of course, except this conduit of God. Of course, the temperature drops. And of course, this particular leader states, this particular leader is very, very excited. You can see it all over his body. He is elated. Within 10 to 20 seconds of this starting, of course, they have this thermal imagery on top of this imagery, and it had dropped 20 degrees within 10 to 20 seconds, because there was definitely a presence that was captured on this particular camera. As you watch the episode, you see them follow and chase this thing that has dropped down in this particular so-called ceremony of God, which is just religious text. Indigenous earth spirit would be true, but the reference in the line that he says from ghost hunters about encroaching on their space, there are disembodied spirits. 1 and 2 is not the same. These entities are referenced in the Bible. It's all just the same. More people deciding to speak in his name.